Oof, this was not a good picture. They could have done a lot better here. I've never thought about using Photoroom that way. This person is brilliant. Today we're looking at how sellers around the world are using AI to sell their products. And we're gonna go over a couple Photoroom sellers and giving some tips on what they can do better and actually highlighting what they're already doing well. You're gonna love this because if you sell product, we're gonna showcase some really interesting stores. Come in and you're gonna love when we get to the perfume because they've absolutely nailed it. So let's dive in. And we're gonna look at our first seller. So we can see 3D for Nerds gifts. This person has made 16 in Nottingham, England, and they're really cool. So they use the wooden background to do it. This is a much better way to sell your product than just the white background. Like this wooden one looks really great. Photoroom is really good at adding blurred backgrounds to make your photos look like they were taken on a DSLR. So you have a natural depth of field effect where it's blurred. You can see on the Flexi Rexy that this person did it great there. And so I would just really recommend making sure you take your pictures front on and then using the beach one or the wood one and adding, or if you do a custom prompt, adding blurred background to it, because that's really gonna make it shine. This person did really good. Okay, but let's go to the next person. Next we have Autumn Star, who sold almost 2,000 items. They use Photoroom with the shadows feature. Okay, so we've got the sample. How they use it in a really clever way is they just add a shadow to it, and it's very simple. I think you could even add like a slight gray just to make it a bit more aesthetic like this. So the one recommendation is sort of just going a bit off-white, so you're not getting detected by eBay, but you're just standing out a little bit. And if you use the AI backgrounds, especially in the batch mode, here with flat lays, you have to be very minimalistic to make it work. So you can scroll all the way down to marble countertop, and here you can get some other views. The marble gives it that sort of upper class polished look that I think is pretty nice. And I would definitely recommend having the marble because it's one you can be quite consistent with. Next we have RBI Designs, and you can see this person has Photoroom still in the bottom right corner. Bruh. First thing, probably paying for Photoroom so you can get rid of the watermark. I think that would be great. If you don't want to pay for Photoroom, you can also crop it out using Canva or something if you want to be super sneaky. The best thing is just getting started. So here I would really try the AI backgrounds. And we're gonna do a couple more just to see it. So this one is really nice. So you can tell this person is using Photoroom and they're using the AI backgrounds to really make it come alive. So like these are really good. Like it's one of the better ones, mementosense.ca. Honestly, here I have no suggestions because they're just crushing it. So great job. I would really recommend to look at this website because all of these were made with AI. She doesn't have a lavender flower field. She doesn't have a rose on white cloth. She doesn't have a colored background. These are just normal pictures, but then they look so much more professional here. And I think a lot of Photoroom sellers can take inspiration from this one. If we keep going, we can go to merchandise. We can see this seller. So this seller also uses the AI backgrounds, except what's interesting is they keep the white backs of the earrings. Honestly, these minimalist ones look really good, but what catches my eye is the ones that are off-white. Because the problem when you have white backgrounds is that your background is white. So white on white doesn't look so good, but I think the simplistic colors are really nice. So I would really recommend trying to get, using the batch mode here, finding your favorite AI background and then making it more consistent. And then last one is this one, who is Object Humane. She or he has 896 sales. And you can see they're using the minimalist style to get that sort of studio look. I'm gonna show you how you can recreate this so we can copy the image. What can we do to make this better? So if we look at the options, we've got sunset, we've got the beach, we've got tons of different ways to make it. But they had a very minimalist style. So one thing we can do is just work with this, and you can see this kind of gives it a little bit of depth that I think might be able to improve on this. One thing that's nice is that they have a consistent style. So if you look at batch, you can upload all of your images and they're using squares for all of them. So we just made squares. And the minimalist is useful if you quickly need to have the same aesthetic for everything, which here I'm using minimalist instead of gray so that it comes out a bit more. And you can see on the picture that we kind of got a bit more professional by using minimalist instead of just the gray countertop studio look. Because you can see that some of them, like, they kind of look a bit strange with the where it artificially places the shadows. And the recommendation is try doing more minimalist, more white, so you get more interesting shadows. But I do like that you are consistent with everything. That's super nice. So we reviewed a lot of different photo room sellers there. I gave my thoughts on how I would improve them and a few examples. It's all about, can you take the picture nicer, super quality, natural light, and then use AI backgrounds to either have minimalist if you want a consistent style over all of your products, or if you want to be more like Memento Scent, have really nice and just play around with all the scenes to find stuff that really makes it pop. So both of those approaches can work. Hopefully these tips will help you sell more product faster. And if you want to see more of our videos, here's 5 hacks on how to get the most out of Photo Room, and even our Apple Vision Pro review, which you can see if it's worth buying the Apple Vision Pro to use Photo Room to edit your photos. And keep watching and leave a comment below.